If you don't know who you are, somebody else is going to tell you who you are. The world is going to tell you who you are. And the problem with that is the longer you will hear them telling you who you are, the more you're going to believe it. How much time and energy do you invest in finding out who you really are? The problem is many people don't even know how to do that. So everything that we hear and listen to and see online, offline, all the companies try tell us who we are and what we need. Why? Because that's how they make their sales. So finding out who you are is so crucial also in the creative area for the creative people, for artists, for people who are content creators. And I think every human being is made an artist. It doesn't matter what you create, but you are made as a creator. So how can you find out who you are? For me, I was many things, and now I'm an artist, but I don't stop there. I was a graphic designer, I was a videographer, I was a photographer. At one time, I was even a musician, I was a drummer. But who am I? By trying all of those things out, I discovered a bit more about myself and what I like and what I don't like. I even went to a school where it took 5 years of my life, but I discovered what I don't like. So that's as important as discovering what you like, what you really do like. So I guess the answer would be if you want to discover who you are, just start doing stuff and see how it feels. Don't do stuff just because somebody says to do it. Don't try new things out just because you are meant to do it. Don't do a certain school or a certain degree just because it is good to do it or people say that you need it. I am making a living for 5 years now out of arts, and I learned nothing. I went to no school about arts. I have no degrees in arts, and nobody taught me how to paint. Nobody taught me how to sell. Nobody taught me how to do this stuff. I just discovered it by myself. And that's how I discovered myself in it. Who knows how long I'm gonna do it? It doesn't matter as long as I'm passionate about it. So if this is for a moment and just for this time, you have to be totally fine with it. So remember, in order to find yourself, who you really are, you will constantly have to get out of the box that people put you in, or where the family put you in, where your friends put you in, where your career or your peer pressure puts you in, your image puts you in there. You have to break out of that, to break your ego, try new things out, and just see how it feels in your belly. If your gut feeling says that's not for me, then move on. It was a great experience. And if you feel like you want to do that for the next time, you discovered a bit of yourself. And I think artists are in a great position to discover themselves more and more. There is no other activity where a person is so open about the process, about vulnerability to discover himself as arts. And you are in a position where you discover yourself. The more you create, the more you discover more about yourself actually. So start creating, get out of the box, and move on. Cheers.